20 years ago, we used to call them distribution monarchs, right? I'm calling on the end customer. I'm in control of the end customer, but the monarchy is dead. This is really a democratic relationship now. The end customer is the monarch, and they're deciding who they want to communicate with.
So John, we were recently sitting with a sales leader who was considering what she was going to do different moving into next year, especially considering that the demand is potentially going to soften in some of the markets out there. And we were helping her understand, not just what's going to happen with demand, but some of the things that have actually changed over the last 3 years. And we've done extensive research on this. And some of the things that have changed are really important for both distributors and manufacturers to consider, because one leads to the other and vice versa. So what was the key insight, John, that you started with? Because I think that was really insightful.
Yeah, James, I think really understanding whether you're a distributor or a manufacturer, that the end customer is in control, and the way they want to buy, the way they want to find information to go through the discovery, through buying process has changed. And you need to evolve your sales coverage plan to meet that new reality. For example, your end customer isn't as dependent on your account manager as they used to be. They want to be able to find their invoices, find their statements, do online training without having to talk to anybody. They want to do a lot of the activities they used to count on you for your outside sales team. They want to do a lot of those themselves. So why do you have the same old coverage plan of, hey, we're going to grow $1 million next year? To do that, we got to hire 2 outside salespeople. That's not what I would call modern way of thinking, and it's not a winning playbook today, is it?
Yeah, I thought that was such a strong point, John, because when you look at it just from an influence standpoint, like the account manager at the distributor used to have a tremendous amount of influence into the whole ecosystem here of controlling what information was shared with the end user, controlling what manufacturers could actually, work directly with that end customer. Whereas today, that level of influence at the account manager role has really been relegated because the end user is so proactive in seeking information from multiple sources now, going directly to the manufacturer, learning about new solutions, working with manufacturers' reps, and even other suppliers out there that could help them solve their problem. So I think that is really, such a critical part to understand, because if a manufacturer is relying on the distributor to really educate that end customer, and if the account manager role at the distributor is becoming less effective with actually influencing, market development, then that manufacturer is at a disadvantage, and so is the distributor. So if you're a distributor, how do you actually start to communicate across more touch points and across more channels of information directly with that end customer? And then if you're a manufacturer, how do you arm your channel partners with effective tools, effective information that they can get across all of their channels, right? And that's the hard part today, right? Of getting organizations to understand some of these dynamics that have changed and how to actually get the right tools, the right engagement strategies, and the right information to, say, their distributors, and have them be more useful in how they actually interact with end customers.
Yeah, James, I love what you said there. We talk about a lot as a team that I would call thinking that, that person who owns the end customer relationship owns the end customer relationship. That's where that comes from. Because 20 years ago, we used to call them distribution monarchs, right? I'm calling on the end customer. I'm in control of the end customer. When I was out selling in distribution, we would tell the manufacturers when we would allow them to call on the customer.
Yeah.
Because at that point we had control. But the monarchy is dead. This is really a democratic relationship now. The end customer is the monarch, and they're deciding who they want to communicate with. And we were talking about it last week, right? End customers want to be able to go to the manufacturer website and see when you shipped them their product.
Yeah.
They want to be able to get their spec sheets, watch their training. They actually want to have a relationship with you. They may still want to buy through distribution, but you really have to realize things have changed and adjust to the new reality.
Yeah, I love that part about the monarch, John. You're going to make some enemies with this video. So let's wrap this up for distributors and manufacturers. If you're moving into the next year, reconsidering how you're going to either re-engineer your go-to-market strategy or reallocate sales and marketing resources, what is the net that we're advising, John?
Yeah, I mean, to put it in a kind of a visual sense, James, something you do very well. If you've got 10 outside salespeople, maybe you need 8 next year, and you need now 2 inside salespeople, and to invest more money in marketing and digital. That's probably a better return on investment for you, because your inside team can make more calls, and your digital and marketing team can make many more calls than your outside sales team. So redeploying your resources to face new reality, I would say, as we talk all the time, right? Invest more in inside sales and invest more in marketing and digital interactions, right? Those are the 2 or 3 things you need to do to grow today.
Yeah, great advice, John.